Oh no,
We wanna fight.
What happened?
Alright. For the dead.
Shut.
Yes, thank you. Right. Someone want to recap?
We fought lots of stuff, and Larrick died.
Yes,
Did he
actually,
die?
that's yeah,
did
that's
die.
correct.
He had a long nap.
Didn't. I had a temporary reprieve from life.
You had a long nap.
Ah, yes, that
Yeah,
was
then
it.
you got really lucky that Blackberry has some healing spells.
Yeah.
Why did you not do this?
I don't know, I could revive you.
Hafsira saved me.
I say because I
Yeah, I was very lucky. This is Hafsira had
River 5.
Yep.
Yeah, that
But
one.
I need to get another
Try.
diamond.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness to Blackberry, she did try.
She did.
Blackberry did
Jen,
do
just
some healing
on that.
spells. What?
Did you
What?
say that like we've lost all of our?
Health.
No,
Well, you did, yeah.
that we lost all of our gems, didn't we? Because you let us use all
Yeah.
of our gems because we didn't have a diamond.
No, you lost all
Right.
your gems. I
You
did.
lost-
No, I did not say that. I said
No.
you've collected enough gems that you would probably have enough of value. I didn't say you've lost all of them. Just the
some of them.
equivalent of, what is it, 400 gold pieces?
300, you said.
300 for a diamond?
Yep.
So, Damien, given the fact that you are, in fact, the hoarder of the group,
Well,
and
the
you
only
were
thing-
saving your ass.
And then we went to the town after, because what was her name? Elgridge who just I don't Elgridge.
Bridge.
Elgridge.
Earl
realised
Grey. Earl
Larrick.
Grey.
Larrick is the one who's caused all the stuff, the problems, and is like basically tells us to fuck off in a roundabout, nice kind of way.
Yeah.
It didn't cause it on purpose.
But you did.
It didn't. I feel like it's becoming far too easy to just blame Larry and forget about all the good stuff he's actually done.
All Baxter, but Baxter's not here this time, so we can't blame Baxter.
Well, you can blame Baxter for everything now because James isn't here to defend.
Oh yeah, excellent point. The child killer. And then we went to the car, try and find the grave robber.
Baxter killed a horse.
He beat a horse to death.
I did. He killed the dead horse.
He's a horse
So
killer now.
Baxter is not only
He's
a child killer,
horse
he's a horse killer. And didn't he behead
Fireballs.
Didn't he behead someone for a scarf?
He'll accidentally kill your.
He tried to behead Agden Longscarf many moons ago.
Wish we recorded
His
this. Time.
scarf.
I am.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, you need to record.
James isn't here, but I am recording, so he might hear it at some point in the future.
It's for you, James. I want to do a solo.
Sorry.
I hope your cold's not killing you, man. Because we will.
He's not. It's not cold, is he? He's at a wedding.
No, he's got a cold as well as the wedding.
So he's still away.
Double excuses not to be here,
Good.
Yeah,
just in case one of them didn't land.
you know.
Lululul. Yeah, and then we found the dude who robbed the grave, and as we were digging through the dead creature's remains to find the bones, I put a hench tiefling man comes out of the gate with a massive red sword.
I'm
And a
glad you
red
said red
sash.
sword.
Descriptive.
My name is Dog Dick.
Apologies, I was having a bath.
That's his name now, Dog Dick. I don't care what he says his name is, it's Dog Dick.
We'll make it work.
Sorry, Jen, we're going to rename this NPC.
Great.
Yeah, a great
God.
big sword.
Buffman Dog Dick.
Okay. You killed the Death Knight far more easily than I would have liked, but whatever. It's fine.
I think we were actively trying to loot him as well.
It doesn't sound fine, Jen.
It's because you were smart about it. You were
Yep.
smart about your combat, which is weird for you lot, and it ruined all of
This
my
whole
fun.
campaign has been tricking you.
it's almost-
Larrick nearly died.
I know, it's almost as if we're good D&D players, but we're also good role players.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh, we know.
I mean, you say that, Damien,
triple
but you had
threat.
literally died half an hour before, so whatever.
That's only because I was full of woe.
And he ran away.
You've looted the Death Knight. Buffman Dog Dick is now standing over you.
Hello.
It's in my fucking eye!
With his big red sword.
And sash.
With the big red sword.
Oh, it's
And
called it Clifford. Yeah.
Hench Buffman dog dick and his sword, Clifford.
It's only
Is
so
it a
big 'cause he
talking
loved it
sword?
so much.
Commander Dogdick sheathes his sword.
It's a nice trick if you can do it.
He sheathes it real good and watches you all rootling through this dead.
I'm not doing anything.
Creature.
I'm just staring at it.
Which what is the it that you refer to?
How he holstered that thing so quickly.
Clifford the big red dog.
Sword.
And yeah, so he just stands with his hands on his hips, looking down at you lot ruling through this death knight, covered in gore. He kind of smirks down at you and he goes,
Yeah, I'll get you in a minute.
Hello?
I would ask what brings you to Gloomwrought, but I see you were looking for some bones.
Ah, indeed.
Well, we fucking found one.
Just one?
Cover Sub-Zero's eyes. You're too young.
She's just, I think you're fine. We found all of them.
Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah, good friend.
Who, this
Yeah.
thing?
Died very suddenly.
Well, good for you. I was coming out to save the day. 3 of my guys didn't make it.
Oh, we're very sorry about that. We did try.
Well,
Where were you? You just needed a quick shit before everything. What? Like, you don't sound too sad that your mates are dead over there.
well, it happens. Far more often than anyone would like.
Very pragmatic approach.
They were good, but obviously weren't good enough.
Fucking hell.
Tell you what, the leader of the Red Sashes should not have to come out and clear up other people's messes.
The leader of what? Sorry.
The what?
The
Is that
Red
what you
Sashes.
call it?
You have no idea whose presence that you are currently stood in.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were saving the body. Yeah, present. Like a
We
gift.
don't know who the
And the
Red
body, and we're
Sashes
stood
are.
in the body. I don't know if you got the joke. Like, it feels really quiet out here right now. It's gone really
Okay.
dead quiet. Do you not
Well,
get
it's
the
probably
joke
because
with
of all the dead bodies.
Oh, right, yeah. That's the joke I was going for.
Yeah,
Help
no,
me
I-
out here, Larry, for fuck's sake.
What? No, I'm sorry. I'm really distracted right now.
Who are the Red Sashes?
I knew you weren't from here, just looking at you. None of you have started to fade yet, obviously. I would recommend not showing quite so much ignorance when you get into the city.
I mean,
Could you perhaps help us to have less ignorance?
I could. But I'd quite like to see what you lot get up to. Name's Balarin.
Balarin. Not,
Not Hench Buffman dog dick.
Buffman Dog Dick.
Not Buffman Dog Dick, no.
I think it suits you better.
Shall we?
What?
Yeah,
you haven't
sure.
actually said it. You haven't actually said anything. You just
well-
I don't care. My mates are dead. Don't be dicks in there, and then said nothing else. So
Yeah, that's true,
We need
yeah.
to get into the city.
Oh,
Very well. Come. We need to go and
Well,
get.
we need to- Make sure these bones get back where they belong.
oh shit.
We do,
We do.
but we could go in first. But we need to
Yeah.
get what's his face. We need to get
Could we
Cartman
have
as well.
to-
We can't leave him in.
Could we, yeah,
Well,
could we go Shep-
Hey, you guys!
I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to let you leave.
Really?
it's always
Why?
down to this.
If you need to go and hand off your bones to your friend, that's fine. I'll go wait by the gate.
You said that a few
Why
times.
do we have to
haven't
come with you?
Huh?
Why do we have to go with him?
He needs to hand it off. It's too heavy.
Might be walking.
He's you have to go into the city with him.
Ugh.
Hang on. Why can't we leave?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long have you been in the Shadowfell?
Can't answer a question without a question. That's not the rules.
But yeah, that's not how it works.
I'm guessing not very long.
We'll do 21 questions. Yes or no answers.
Not very long, no.
We've been here long.
We've been here for a small
What's
period
going on
of
then,
time.
no?
No, we don't really know what's going on.
Of
Unfortunately.
course we do.
Well, you've either come at a really good time or a really bad time.
Probably a bit of both.
Yet you
We
still
didn't
haven't
exactly
answered my
choose to
question.
come.
I don't have to answer
Zephyrus
your
got a
question.
point
I'm the leader
at
of the Red
Larry.
Savages, Sunshine.
And say, he's already died today.
That quite literally means nothing. We're going to take these bones back and put them back to clean up a mess.
But we might not clean it up, though. We don't actually know.
You go and give them to your cart driver there. Waves at him. I've seen him before. He knows the way to and from.
Oh, we can't hand them off. He's got no arms. You won't be able to carry them.
You're going to need to come into the city with me. It will
Would
all
you
make sense.
please-
I'm not having a conversation with you about it amongst the dead.
Just
Very well.
I don't have the energy for another fight today, guys. So
No.
let's
We'll just
just-
do verbal
Larry,
fights instead.
You have died
Oh,
once
impressed.
today.
You killed a Death Knight. Very good.
I don't want to revive you again. I can't revive you again today.
I'm gonna. Who's got the bones?
Me.
Panic.
I'm sat on your
I know.
shoulder just counting through them.
I'm gonna look at Panic, and as we turn around to walk back to the car, just be like, "Do you know, if they send out someone to like represent your city, you'd be a bit fucking more polite, and then start walking off."
He starts laughing behind you as you walk off towards Shep. I presume that's the direction you're going in.
Oh, that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
As you walk off towards Shep, you just hear him laughing.
And I'm gonna jump on the back of the car and go, "Don't ship, go!" No.
We'll pick him up on the way home. They'll meet us there.
As you approach the car, you just see Shep, who's been cowering down behind the wagon itself. He starts to clamber out from behind it and start calming the horses, which have been extremely distressed throughout this whole encounter. As you approach him, he looks over your shoulder and you just see his jaw go slack. And he goes, "Holy shit."
Yep.
That
You alright, bud? Did you catch that, or did you ever sleep?
is Beldark himself
Who?
Dog dick.
in the flesh.
Yeah.
Balon.
Can this be one of those moments where you speed up?
What?
Can you control it, or does it just come at random?
Oh, well, you have to make me feel uneasy.
Make you feel
I mean, just
uneasy.
take a look at what he's swinging about. That made us all feel uneasy.
We're covered in horse blood and person blood.
I'm gonna take a bit of like
As Panic
all
says
off me and
that,
flick it at him.
his eyes then refocus back on all of you, and he's like, "Oh shit, Beldark, leader of the Red Sashes, hero of the city, friend to Prince Roland, you know, greatest mercenary that ever lived."
No.
No, don't ring a bell.
Well,
No.
I would be very careful around that one,
Why?
because he could chop your legs off before you even, wiggle your toes or whatever.
That's a stupid way. No,
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say that's fucking stupid. Asking you to wiggle your toes and chopping your feet off. That's stupid. Well, that's ass backwards. That is. Even that makes no sense.
I mean, he'd certainly take your eye out.
Anyway,
That was better.
I don't usually go into Gloomwrought.
Why?
What's the? Well, because it's not my favourite.
The whole time Larry's talking, he's just pulling bits of like dead horse and dead death knight out of his fur.
I'm doing the same, but I'm putting it back on
Get
Larry.
clean.
I'm taking bits off me and put it on back on Larry without him noticing.
I go in every now and then, but only when I need something.
Right.
So apparently
Just
we're
not
gonna,
my cup of tea,
That's all right. I don't think you're invited anyway. Sorry to break it. Can you?
Well,
take
anyone's
these
allowed
bones?
in.
Oh. Well, we're apparently not allowed to leave. So, actually, Shep, can you take these bones back to fucking Udamagar in the last town?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, I'll take him back.
No,
Panic.
they're
And
mine
if-
now.
Panic.
We need to go back,
No.
or we're gonna have
I
to find
keep
it
one
again.
rib,
No.
a thumb.
We'll
No.
find, mate. We've literally. Why are you so precious about these ones? We've had so many dead bodies.
We found him in a guy. Like, he was carrying a bag and he exploded and then there was bones. It's just kind of cool.
The next set of bones that we don't have to return to the Earth to prevent a cataclysm, I promise you can have.
Promise.
Promise.
I can keep the jaw.
Hold my pinky up.
Oh no.
Alright, there you go. And I'll accept anything we have to dig up as well. I'd prefer that.
Right. As long as it's not one of us, though, because the last time we
Though
did
that would be fun.
me.
Think of the puppet shows you could do.
I like you, but you're just fucking weird.
Yeah, I'll take them now.
Does he
Yeah.
feel at ease still? Does he feel a bit? Is he feeling okay?
There's
still?
like
You don't-
burning buildings.
a
There's like
bloody-
actual dead bodies. You lot are covered in gore. One of his idols is stood right behind you.
As we,
It's
I'm gonna
awful.
dump. As we put the bones back in the cart and we walk back to Dog Dick, I'm just gonna.
All right,
divert-
okay. You put the bones in the cart, and Shep's like, okay, bye. And you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye,
Shep.
He
We're
talks-
not good
he
at long
talks to his
goodbyes.
bow, like, yeah.
You
Thanks,
hear
Shep.
him behind you, kind of calming the horses. As you go to walk away, he goes, hang on a minute. Reaches into his
Yeah.
pocket and pulls out the fee that you paid to transport. I don't know what happened, but you did help. You didn't leave
I'm
everyone
gonna-
to suffer.
I'm gonna lean forward and I'm gonna close his hands and push it back down towards him. Keep it.
Uh,
That's for transport for the bones back. You still have to make the trip.
All right.
I mean, unless you really don't want it, then I'll have it.
Panic. Just
Um,
once. I'm gonna
I'll see
give her a
you
gold piece out of my pocket.
Thank you.
So I just see you with your mouse like, and onto my character sheet.
Back
Yep.
to 40.
And one gold. Paddy's gonna be the richest and never actually pick any gold up.
This is like that person that went to the market and started off with like a paperclip and ended up
They
with
got
like
a
a
house.
house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I still
I
can't
still don't
believe
understand
that's
how they
real.
managed that.
So
Be careful on the way back, mate, yeah?
I will. Yeah.
And tell old Professor Umbridge that I didn't actually mean any of it.
I
She'll
do.
know what you mean. Just keep it brief.
I do with her. All right then. Bye.
I'm gonna start again. Bye.
You hear him kind of fiddling around with the horses a little bit more, and then climbing onto the cart and the kind of rickety wheels as he turns it round to head back down the road the way that you came.
Mhm.
As you turn around and kind of start making your way to Gloomwrought itself.
I'm gonna take a diversion on the way back,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna walk around all of the buildings.
Okay.
So all the fires go out.
Okay. Yep. So as you approach all of these kind of fiery fields, the buildings that are ablaze, as you get close enough to them, the flames just seem to sputter and sort of die.
I'm gonna make a big show of it whilst watching old Dog Dick.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk past going,
Okay. He folds his arms, so he has been like stood leaning against one of the green lamps that you've seen outside Gloomwrought. He's just been stood there leaning, obviously very much at ease. As you start going around making a big show of putting out the fires, he crosses his arms, but he does smirk at you. But like this dude is hench. Like he's a big dude.
"Oh, we've seen."
Oh, yeah, he is.
So he like when he folds his arms, it's like just like full on corded muscle, just like he's like triangle man, just stood there. But he is smirking at you.
As I walk past him to go and do the buildings on the other side, I'm going, just 2 seconds, mate. I'm just actually doing something. and then stomp off.
Whilst you do this, you notice that there are several people coming out in a kind of black and grey armoured uniform, starting to clear the bodies, move rubble. They don't do it in any particular rush, like there's no urgency. And some of them just seem more concerned with making sure that the crops are okay than people. And the way that they treat the bodies is pretty irreverent, but they do scoop them up quite quickly and load them onto a cart. As they go to approach the three warriors who were in the red sashes, same as Beldark is wearing, you notice he holds out a hand. They look to him, and that's the only gesture he needs to make, and they immediately walk away.
Okay.
So, why can't we leave then?
Because there are things going on. And I think either you lot are going to make it a whole lot worse, or you're going to make it a whole lot better.
The former.
Well,
definitely.
we've never made a situation worse, so it's definitely going to be the latter.
Oh,
Shut up, Penny.
sorry, I got mixed up. I forget which one's the right one to say.
I mean, it's all relative, isn't it? It's all a matter of perspective.
We usually get things
I can't go
sorted
ahead
in
and
the
go.
end.
Yeah, it is.
Get the fuck off me.
Every time you objectify him, he enjoys it, and you can see that he is like, I'm a manly man.
I think we're about to get invited to an orgy, Larry.
I'm a specimen.
Larry's having awakenings he didn't know he had.
Eric is feeling things. He's
He
not
kind of
Sorry,
like
fucking wills it.
Larry's wondered if he's ever heard the term furry. That's what I'm saying.
as you're kind of like talking to him, and he can see that you're obviously finishing up putting out all the fires. He sort of just
Magic,
pushes
man.
himself just oh so casually off this lamp and just starts strolling towards the gate.
Does it slap when he strolls?
It's more like a round of applause.
Oh no.
Amazing.
3. So
Don't
he
waste them
starts
all now, it's
leading
still
you.
early.
He starts leading you towards the gates. Is there anything else you want to be doing in this area before you? No.
No, I don't think so.
So, did I give you the description of the walls last time? I think I did.
Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yep.
Lamps and stuff.
Big.
Big
So
fuck
green-
off walls.
Green lamps. It's a kind of cracked, cobbled road that you're walking along, whereas previously you've been on kind of pressed dirt, maybe with a little bit of cobbling, but generally speaking, it's been very much rough roads. This is the first real glimpse of civilization outside of Belmire, which in itself wasn't the same by any stretch. The walls look like they have been covered with skin and limbs and faces, and as you approach the wall, it almost looks like these kind of forms are kind of slithering underneath the skin of the wall. Although it is very much a stone wall, it has this really strange kind of texture and sensation to it that makes you feel very, very uncomfortable. The gate is in the shape of a gaping jawed skull. And Beldark marches towards it. As you approach, you see that set within the jaws of the skull are these large wrought iron gates with a view hole through them. You can see the hatch open, and you presume a pair of eyes behind it. The hatch shuts again, and the gates immediately start to open outwards towards you.
So essentially, you've given us Castle Greyskull and Tiefling He-Man.
Unintentionally! I think you'll find it's Buffman.
The power. Are we going to get daily affirmation from Skeletor?
The penis! Man, they're going to be derailing ourselves.
Oh,
If the leader of this area isn't Skeletor, I'm gonna be so pissed off at you.
James.
And we need to get daily affirmations as well.
He's got a bugbear servant.
Yeah.
Oh, daily affirmations with So
Yeah.
the gates swing open. As you pass through, you continue to see this kind of slithering wall scenario going on either side of you. Oh my god! Stop thinking about dicks.
You said slithering.
You said swinging, and I went, no, too easy.
Slithering. I said
No,
slithering.
you said swing. The doors swing open, and I went, that's too easy. Then you went slithering. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
This is what you started.
What did you do for Valarian? Like, I'm literally like, is he that? Oh yeah, no, he is buff.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah, it is big.
You did say he was super buff.
He is super buff. Oh yeah, the way he's got his arms folded is exactly what he was doing against that lamppost.
His dick's got biceps.
It's dick.
Oh. That sounds
Want to see my
terrifying.
dick pecs?
Ah.
I can bench press you with my dick.
My bidix.
He could bitch. Did you say bitch slap you or bench press?
Bench press. And
Hey, look,
bench
that's
press.
not,
At the
that's
same
not a bitch
time.
slap, that's instant death.
Did you say neither?
He
of those
somehow does it
things?
even when his hands are clearly above his head.
So, how have you been?
So you pass through You pass through the gates and immediately feel more hemmed in. The darkness, although it's never full darkness, but it feels a little bit more complete within the walls themselves. The city beyond is one of both kind of wonder in its sheer size, but also it's incredibly dreary and dour. The buildings in the area that you've walked into are very grand for the most part, although the closer you look, the more you realise that there are cracks in the foundation. There's evidence of subsidence. But they all appear to have kind of the aesthetic of shrines and temples. There are other kind of more mundane buildings in between. But despite this area that you've walked into that should be one of belief and worship, the air feels hollow around you. Towering over all of these buildings is a black marble building of 3 spires, which stretches up to the sky. Each spire is carved into the shape of a woman. One is a weaver. One is a mistress of winter who has icicles hanging from her clothing. And the tallest, in the center, has a cowl of feathers covering her face. And she stands with her head bowed, overlooking the city below. On this building, you can see there are feather patterns covering its surface, and there are statues of people holding the structure aloft, struggling under its weight. As you look around this area that you have just walked into of this enormous city, your view is entirely obscured by an extremely tall guard in grey and black armor, like those that you saw previously, with a long cloak whipping out behind him. I'm just going to move you into...
Can you stop?
It's not intentional.
Stretches to the sky, whipping out behind him.
Big dudes.
Giant spires.
Big dudes.
It's one big innuendo, isn't it, this game?
It was not intentional.
Is this city going to be like the male
I didn't
version of
name him
fucking
that one,
Snoo
did
Snoo from Futurama?
So, I've moved you onto the map.
Jesus.
Yep. I built this map. It
You're
took me fucking
compensating for
ages.
something, Jen.
Where are we?
Apparently fucking
gonna-
not. They're
Oh my
not.
God, no.
No.
I'm gonna just take the grid off.
Yeah, it's about to say it's
That's
a bit
Because it's
that's
jarring.
kind of
isn't it?
annoying.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Ooh, that's better.
So there you go, Damien. I finally finished the map.
Bridge of Tears, Bridge of Keening, Isle of Grey. Jesus.
So you have come in, as you can see, through the western gate. You have managed to get through the gate. On the left-hand side of you is a kind of square tower building with a very tall, I shall say, guard blocking your view. The person who has stopped in front of you, Balaran, nods his head. I'll leave you lot to it, shall I? See you again soon.
Hey God, if we
Wait. You've brought us in here and now you're leaving us.
I've done my duty.
What?
And, well, you lot were too quick to let me do my other duty, so, I'll be seeing you, though.
where can we find you?
That sounds a bit,
I'll find you.
nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'll be seeing you.
That sounds even worse.
What,
Welcome
nudge,
to
nudge, wink,
Gloomwrought.
I'll find you.
I'll find you.
I'll be fine. I'll see you later, my precious.
He nods his head at you
Saying
all
this
again.
As he's walking away, it's like, guys, are you okay?
We're all just going,
He's gone.
bye. Staring at his...
Nods his head at you
hug.
again. He reaches out and he pats the guard on the bicep, who just nods very simply at him.
So very manly.
What did you say?
And
Oh,
he
that's
just
right.
saunters off,
It's ruined, Jen. It's gone.
saunters off down the street. You see, as he walks off, there are people who are literally stopping and staring at him.
Fall out
Like,
again.
people know who this is. Like he is very much the way that Shep described him. People are showing deference to him. He has like this air about him, not of like superiority in the sense of being up himself. He's just, people respect him automatically for whatever reason. It's because he's got big dick.
Because he's busting.
Big dick energy, yeah.
He's got the confidence. He's got the confidence of a very smart man and the bulge of a young David Bowie.
and you disappearing off camera again.
I'm not.
You are though.
But you're going left this time. You're going diagonally tonight. It's
I don't know what you want from me. Okay, here we are.
just be able to
We want
see
to
you when
see
you're
your face.
speaking. It'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Tilt the camera down a bit more. That's all.
It
I
doesn't
mean, you can't
say.
see my face, so I can't say anything.
That's true.
Doesn't say. So as you enter the city, the gates close behind you. This feeling of kind of doom almost settles upon you much more thickly than it has in any other place in the Shadowfell. Even when you first got here and you were walking through the shadow and the mist through the forest, even when you left the carnival initially and you were traveling towards Belmire, this is worse. This is more complete. You feel hemmed in, although the city is enormous. You feel you can, like, the walls rise up over 100 feet around you. You feel hemmed in, but they're not blocking any light because there kind of isn't that much light in the Shadowfell. It's never really full daytime, and this feels very kind of final for you with this sensation that you've been having in the Shadowfell. The guard standing in front of you looks you all up and down very carefully. Fucking hell.
I don't like being objectified.
I'm laughing now.
All right, sweet cheeks.
Right.
She does.
Like him tall.
This guard is probably about 6 foot 8, 6'9".
Fuck are they
He's-
feeding
he's-
these lot?
He's towering over you. Anybody who wants to figure out who this dude is, you can roll me. We're gonna just say intelligence.
Oh, fuck you.
Who are you?
Who are you?
On
Black
fucking
Reward.
nat 20!
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
We could just ask him, right? He's there.
No!
Henry.
Blackberry got a natural one. The
All right.
Blackberry
I rolled
is
11.
Lemon-toast and drooling in the corner.
Okay. Everyone but Blackberry, who is just not paying attention at all, you will realise this dude's a Goliath. But he's not a Goliath in the way that you would remember. They all kind of have this sort of greyish hued skin or brownish hued skin with tattoos. He is, but he's faded. He looks like he's been left in the sun too long.
Like an old
And
tattoo.
he's kind of like bleached out. And again, you realise that this guy has obviously been here his whole life, or at least for a very long time. He looks you all over, holds out his arm as if to amicably usher you into the guardhouse.
I don't trust it.
Registration process, then. In we come.
Registration
Wait,
process.
what are we registering for?
Entering the city.
Right.
It's kind of.
Have you never been to a city before?
No, we're very poor.
Not like this.
In
I
you
lived in the forest for a long time.
come in.
I'm gonna go in.
After you.
Like, "Oh, very well.
He's got the
I
temperament
apologise
of
for the
most of the
state of
glass
my
I know.
armour.
He holds the door open. Holds his arm out. Are you all going in?
I'm going in.
Yeah, as I walk past,
Be
as
very
we go
polite.
past him, I'm going to say thank you in giant.
He smiles at you, nods,
See, we've gotten the good books now.
shuts the door behind you as you get in. You notice there are two other guards at the back of the room. These ones wear visors on their helmets. One of them is holding a ledger and a notebook, and the other one sits at a desk, basically pushing coins around on the table.
Are they also fucking massive?
No, you have no idea what these guys are, but they are more kind of average humanoid size.
What are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who do you dream of?
The large Goliath guard holds it again, gestures over towards the other two. We just need to ask you some questions,
Very well.
and you need to pay the registration fee.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm a bit
2
short.
gold
Can I
pieces
owe
per
you?
person.
Yeah, we're a bit.
But we
we're
killed the dudes outside.
strapped for cash at the minute.
Roll deception, you big fat liar.
With advantage, we've all said the same thing. Surely. We all
We're only
said
here because
that.
Hench Buffman wants us to come
I
into
mean,
the city. And
You can roll it with advantage, or you can roll individually. Whatever you want to do.
I'll help.
But I roll with advantage.
No, I got advantage anyway, so roll anyway.
Alright, okay.
Deception.
I have a
that-
-2. Oh no.
What did you get?
I get a plus.
Helping.
I got advantage, so that's technically 5.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
Cool.
I should have rolled because I get +2 to mine.
He rolls
You don't
his
lie.
eyes.
It's also
Looks
good.
you all over. Blackberry with your relatively new magical cloak. Baxter with his various bits of armor that are clearly magical. The bag of holding. All of your various accoutrements that you've picked up that are of magical ilk from Prismere.
Most of it,
Dave's gonna look at me
But
and
yeah.
I'm covered in goop.
Yeah,
So
I'm
no-
covered
Well-
in blood and I stole his clothes off
Oh.
another fairy.
Yeah, we stole most of this.
Meg, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception. Where the fuck am I?
Not very high.
Is 11.
11. Okay, yeah. You notice the way that he looks over you all. He's not even batted an eyelash at the fact that you're all covered in gore.
Nice.
Those of you with a passive perception of, I'd say 12 or above, would notice that his uniform is not spotless. These are not guards in the way that you've been accustomed to, where they're all expected to have shiny shoes and pressed trousers and whatever. Like, his uniform's not spotless. It's patched. It has blood stains on it. There are dents. There are scratches in every single one of these people's armor. This guy's not remotely fazed about the fact that you're all covered in gore as you walk into the city.
Cool. Okay.
As I said,
We're only here because Hench Buffman wouldn't let us leave.
quite right. 2 gold pieces each.
How much?
Ugh.
2 gold pieces each.
Might I ask why we weren't allowed to leave?
Yeah.
No one's giving us a straight answer.
I need to ask you some questions first, if you are honest.
Why does nobody know the rules? You can't answer questions with
We're gonna
questions.
die.
And added to it,
If you are honest,
why do we have to pay first?
because you are registering to go into the city,
Right.
and
I'm
you
gonna
will
put
not
2 gold.
have. You will not have the protection of the Deathless Watch if you do not pay your registration fee.
Ooh,
I'll put 2 gold pieces
that's
down.
actually a cool name.
Very
Yeah.
well.
That's quite a cool name.
I don't
Alright,
have
yeah.
any gold on
Yeah.
me, but could I pay in
Right,
gems?
Oh.
No.
I've
I'm
got
just going to
gems.
stare at Panic.
Damn it.
That
At
Bree will
some
pay her
point,
2
you're going to
gold.
have to.
Right then.
Sarah will also pay her gold.
You'll hand over your gold.
Yeah.
Okay. It
Begrudgingly.
goes into
Yeah.
his hand. He
I
can't
mean, I don't know why I'm arguing this. I've got like 400 gold.
I know. So I need to tell James.
So fucking cruel.
I know, it pays being a thief.
You always get there
Yeah,
first.
Black Bree is very honest and has almost no money.
Same.
So,
I don't have a lot of money either.
Right then.
Right
I've got all this from
Lovely.
just asking you lot.
he counts it out,
I need to start stealing stuff.
and
Break your oath.
Don't say that out
Charging
loud,
for my-
Sassia. Don't say it out loud in front of guards.
Charging
puts
for
it-
my services.
he puts it
She's
straight
new.
into his purse. Lovely,
Oh.
His purse.
indeed.
I'm gonna want
His
that back when we
private purse.
leave.
Now then, names.
My name is Safsira.
Tell the guy with the ledger, will you?
Yes. Did he not hear me?
I did.
Very well.
Wait. What happens if we write this in the ledger? Is there some weird thing?
What?
Oh, we have to write our names, or we just tell them.
No, you can tell him.
Gonna look at the guy with the ledger and go, my name's Larrick.
He stops writing and gives you the finger.
Everyone's a bit rude here, isn't they? Fuck me.
It's a bit tense here at the moment.
Well, I'm not surprised, yeah. Yeah, I feel tense.
You died this morning. That's fine.
That was less fucking tense than every situation since we met Dog Dick, I tell you.
Right,
You did
names.
die this morning.
He did die this morning. It's been very traumatic for us
That's
today.
been quite
I did. I
traumatic.
feel like some financial compensation is needed.
The guard draws his
Like
sword.
2 gold?
I'm gonna fucking die.
The guard draws his sword.
Well, calm down, mate. You're not gonna need that.
We've all got ADHD. We get very distracted. I'm sorry.
I think you all need to take this far more seriously than you are.
It's gonna be very difficult.
That would be very hard. We've never taken anything seriously in our
My
lives.
name's Panic.
Well, you're not going to live very long then, are you?
Yeah, back that. Ignore him. Panic. P.
Mm. The guard is writing down.
A.
He grips the quill so hard it starts to break.
N.
Where are you from?
Far
North.
away.
No, not good enough. Where are you from?
Faerun.
Do you mean originally, or do you mean how did we get here? Because
Oh, I'll be asking those questions as well. All in good time, sweet.
I guess.
Pat you on the side of the face.
Wait.
Don't touch.
We're from Faerun.
Blackberry hasn't given her name yet.
That's Blackberry.
Oh, I'm Blackberry, by the way. You know, like the fruit.
Mm-hmm. I'm not stupid, but thank you.
It's B.
I was just making sure.
Hey.
We
Lovely.
don't know.
Oh shit. Let's cross that L first.
And looking at you all,
Mhm.
you three are Herngorn.
Mm-hmm. No relation.
She's a fairy.
I'm actually a giant that's been shrunk down. It's a long story.
Very bizarre.
She's
And
not
she's an elf.
Half elf.
Half elf. Oh, my apologies.
It's an important
It's very
distinction.
important.
Well, I'm going to suggest that you've all had a recent connection with the Feywild, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Have you recently come from anywhere in the Feywild?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your definition of
Not
recent?
intentionally.
Within the last month?
Oh, yes.
Not intentionally, yes. We weren't aiming for him. We were aiming for Faerun.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you for answering my questions.
We didn't have time to pack our passports and shit. Is that okay?
I'm going to need you to go into the room at the back.
And get our photos taken.
the shit?
You have, if you're doing a strip search, you have to actually say why.
And buy us a drink first.
Yeah.
And there has to be someone of the same gender as the person you're strip searching them, just for minor self-serious benefit. And panics,
Yes.
obviously.
And potentially someone taller than me, please.
Yeah.
When you say that, he actually cracks a smile.
Fucking got him.
In the back room, off you go.
All right.
He says it making very distant eye contact with you, Panic.
I'm just giving him the eyebrows.
You can do it if you want to. So
See you in a minute, big boy.
the guard who's been kind of
5
pushing
minutes.
the other coins around on the table gets up. Kind of the dagger that's been lying next to them, though, they kind of pick it up, they stab it in the table and use that to lean against to stand up.
Dramatic.
Opens a door behind them. Solid wood. There are no windows. There are no cutouts in this wall. Opens the door. In you go. Isola, okay.
I mean, who's dying in that room? Can we get our own?
These are the sound effects emerging from the room.
That's not how you do a strip search.
It is
One
where I
finger.
come from.
One.
Cal's about to take Sola for a walk, so she's very excited.
And he's just in the elbow.
That's her excited. Ah! Her noise.
Unfortunately, gonna have to be wearing you like a puppet.
So, you are ushered into the back room.
Room.
The back room that he's just opened the door for.
Are we on our own? Did they just leave us in there?
Yes. For a moment, he shuts the door behind you, and you are stood in this square stone room. There's a very thick timber wall that is separating the room that you were just in and the one that you are now in, and a very thick timber door. He doesn't lock the door.
What
He
the
doesn't.
fuck is going on?
I think.
I don't know. The henchman could have just let us leave.
I mean, not if he's going to get extra coin.
That's true. I was gonna go home.
Yeah. Look, obviously the reason we're here is something to do with, and like, motion to outside, and to do with the Raven Queen. So
Yeah, I know, but like, we got sucked into all
I know,
prisoners' issues,
I know, and then ended up
And we
here
had to
completely
fix
by
that,
accident.
and now we're gonna be sucked into all whatever the fuck's going on here, and it's just, I don't even get paid for this.
Paid in experience. No, it's not gonna work.
I do need
I
to
can't
start
eat
getting
experience, Larrick. The experience doesn't fill my stomach. You know?
Also, you went particularly quiet back there, Blackberry.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Were you okay? Yeah.
Or you
I'm
just
tired, and I don't like being like strong-armed into doing shit I don't want to do.
I wasn't.
You should never visit me on the boat then.
No,
Mhm.
I get that impression.
Yeah, that's what it's how
I
they
just
say
want
hello.
to. I just want to go back to like my family and spend time with them and animals and do my research and write my book and not get caught up in more possible death stuff.
So let's go through this. See if we get into the city, and maybe the first place we head is to whatever that spire is.
Could we get some sleep first?
I could do with a wash as
I
well.
could do a
yeah.
pint.
I need to clean my
I mean, No
armor.
offense, but you were all starting to smell a little bit.
Dead, rotting.
I mean, that's what I'm in
Thank
known
you.
for, but I mean,
I mean,
You're in here for a matter of
I was
maybe
dead.
10 minutes before you hear the door open again. This very tall guard is standing in the doorway, but you see this time his shoulders and his spine are set much straighter as two much smaller in stature women walk in. One of them is very pale in every aspect. Her hair, her skin, her eyes. She is also very, very beautiful. And she has the pointed ears of an elf. But you recognise, having met a couple of them now, that this woman is of the Shadowfell. The one that she comes in with looks very, very similar to her in build, but her features are much darker. She's a very dark grey in colour. Her hair is black. But over her face, she wears a full leather mask, which just has a small hole cut for the mouth and 2 for her eyes. You see above the mask that she has scars that look as if they've been raked into her skull that drift down further into her face. The very fair one, as she walks by, she trails her hand over this very big guard's chest, who looks unsure about how he needs to react to this. She turns to him, she goes, "Oh, thank you, Verja. You can go now." He shuts the door. The other one says nothing and just stands with her arms folded in a stance as if she is prepared for anything. They are both wearing the same black armor, but theirs is much cleaner. It does have the dents, it does have some of the staining, but it is otherwise newer, cleaner. They are strapped to the nines with daggers and swords. Well, what have we got here then?
One hell of a party if you're up for it.
Well, I mean, she brought a gim.
I'd just like to clean my armor.
The guard in the mask, as you say that, Larrick,
I'd just like to clean my armor.
Yes.
holds a dagger and throws it.
At me.
Yes. It lands
I'm going to catch it.
an inch from your head. You're going to catch it?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to use deflect missiles, and I'm going to catch it midair.
Okay.
Like literally without even looking, I'm just going to go. And then I'm going to. I think you drop this.
The fair one smiles as you do this, but it looks rigid. The one in the mask. Calm yourself. You know.
I'm still laughing for the first thing.
The one in the mask says nothing. And obviously, her face is totally unreadable. It's not like even molded to her face. It's like a flat mask with just the eye holes in the mouth. She walks over to you, Larrick, and she very carefully takes it from you. Gives you an ever so slight incline of her head.
But look, nobody wants
Now.
to fight here.
Well, perhaps take the situation a little bit more seriously then.
Well, we would
Why
if we
does
knew
everyone
what the
keep
situation
saying that?
was.
I understand that you have recently been in the Feywild,
Yep.
Yes.
and several of you are Fey creatures in origin, yes?
Correct.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they're like distant ancestors.
And it says in the ledger that you are from Faerun, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the Feywild?
We didn't really mean to go there.
We did mean to go there. We were retrieving something of ours that was taken.
Yeah.
Okay. And which region in the Feywild were you in?
North, I
Oh,
think.
a few of them.
All over the place.
Yeah, we
Like this
traveled
whole
around.
realm
a lot.
that had been shattered.
Realm of the Feywild were you in?
Prisma. Bits and pieces of. It's a bit of a mess.
Prismir.
Falling
Who presides over Prismir?
Now.
Who presides? Now?
Yeah, that's a messy situation. That.
Yeah, that's a mess.
When we left it, we think it was someone, but we're not sure now.
Who presides over Prismere at the last point that you were in it?
Oh, that would be.
Vilna.
Let me go.
No.
Yes. Zabilna or whatever her other names are.
Or Igwil, whatever her name is. She has too many names.
It's Sibilna.
Did you, or anyone that you are immediately connected with in Prismere, have any dealings with members of the Summer Court of the Feywild?
Who are they?
Yeah, just off topic. Who are they?
Okay.
Who's the
I mean, we
summer?
spent
When
most
did
of
you
our- we
arrive
spent most of our time getting our thing and running away from hags who were trying to kill us.
Yeah, the hags did not like us.
They didn't
Alright.
like us.
When did you arrive in the Shadowfell?
A few days
How long
ago?
has it been, DM?
Now,
Yeah.
it's been. You had one night at the carnival, and then
No
you
night.
left. So you have been in the Shadowfell for maybe 3 days now.
Okay.
3 days?
Maybe.
3 days. 3 days too
Give or
many.
take.
3 days.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it here very much.
Don't like it.
Suit yourself.
I'd very much like to go home.
Yeah.
That's nice for you. I do hope you achieve your wish.
You know what they say? If you don't like where you are, you should leave.
What has happened since you have been in the Shadowfell? Where did you arrive?
At the carnival.
It was like the ass end of nowhere. In the middle of the ass end of nowhere.
Right. And then where did you go? Before
To
here.
Carnival.
Have you been anywhere else between the carnival and here?
Oh, and then to
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh, there
little
was
village.
that little town or village, whatever it was, that was half on. Yeah, we ended up
Oh,
there
hell no, yeah.
unintentionally.
Yeah.
Larry's gone like very serious at this point.
And have you, in that time, encountered anyone from the Feywild?
No,
No?
Why would no? Would
just
we?
us.
Should we have?
You
Have we?
don't think? You don't think so?
Yeah,
No,
I
don't
don't
think
think we
so.
Not
have.
that we know.
Just us.
Right. Well, my sister and I will need to confer, and then we will get back to you. How is it that you know Balaran, by the way?
Oh,
Oh, he just came
Word.
out after we
Yeah.
killed the Death Knight. And then brought us in and said we weren't allowed to leave.
He had been on his way to kill the Death Knight, but
Oh, we
well,
got
we
there
got there
first.
A bit shit at his job then, really. Should reconsider.
he's a very busy man.
Yeah,
Swinging
well,
his
that's
dick.
why-
I'm not
that's-
surprised with all that baggage he's lugging around.
yeah.
Same thing.
Well, I heard that he'd sent a contingency out.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah, they
make
died-
that,
they died.
unfortunately.
Well, he died
Yes,
before
I
They
heard that
died
also.
before we got there.
Sorry, what did you say your name was?
I didn't.
That's a stupid name.
My name is Anri. This is my sister Zera.
Zero.
We are the leaders of the Deathless Watch. It seems you've met 3 very prominent figures of Gloomwrought within arriving here maybe half an hour ago.
Well,
Lucky you.
we're prominent figures ourselves, so.
I don't feel
Yes.
very lucky.
Well, as such, we will all be keeping our eyes on you.
I just want to go home.
Why we could have left. We didn't need to come into the city. We'll quite happily leave.
Oh, yes, you did.
Do we?
Why?
But why?
We keep asking.
We have answered every fucking question.
Fleecing us of gold and demanding our life stories, and most
No one-
annoying.
Things
No one
are
will tell us
tense.
anything.
More
Yeah, we
tense
thought that.
than
Things
they
are
have
getting
been
more
in
tense.
many years.
But I feel like you're making it worse by not telling us why we're here.
Yes, well,
Zachary is like itching to be taking notes right now.
we're the
Stop.
leaders of the City
Like,
Watch,
shit.
and you are
Ugh.
not. Anyway, I need to go and check with our guards outside. Just make sure that what you have told them and what you have told us lines up.
Like, have you got a toilet I can use?
Or like
Moment.
beer.
She goes to open the door, and as she does, you notice another figure sauntering through the room. this one, another male, walks through. Similar to Zara, black hair, very dark grey skin. Again, this is all very like washed out. Only he has features that do not look like either of theirs. They're not the kind of sharp, sweeping features that typically elves have. You can hear him speaking with very kind of soft, masculine voice to the other people in the room, although not what he's saying. But the kind of hard lines of his face, which otherwise on people in the Shadowfell look very gaunt, they just make him look very suave and masculine. This is possibly the most good-looking man any of you have ever seen.
They feeding these lot.
I mean, how tall is he? That's the first question.
Joanna?
Are they leaving?
He's like average male height.
Are they leaving the room?
Sorry?
I have just realised that right now Blackberry.
You have totally cut
Yeah,
out,
we'll
and nobody
never
knows
know
what Blackberry has done.
Blackberry is still very starry and sparkly because a wild shape holds for 5 hours, and she was in the arch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's just been parading around as a very sparkly herringle.
A shiny edition.
They're leaving the room.
They've gone to open the door, and you see this other man in the other room. You hear Zara sigh loudly. Anri manages to hold her composure. Zeshik. Lovely. I suppose you've come to take them away, have you? You hear this very soft answer in response. Right, well, consider you the city guardian of this group, then. We'll be seeing you. She doesn't even bother to turn, she just flicks her hand over her shoulder as a form of goodbye, but the door stays open.
Bye, it's been a pleasure.
It's been so
Why
much
is
fun.
everyone so rude here?
This man
So good.
No manners.
comes to the doorway, leans against the door, smiles at you all as if he's known you for years. I hear you have been kept prisoner by mean old Anri and Zara. Shall we go?
All right, Louis Spence, let's go.
Catch me. Oh, I want it.
Andiamo.
You've got to catch him fast.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
As he goes to leave, he also brushes his hand against the large guard's chest.
I'm going to lead into panic and be like,
Done thing here.
I think everyone's just fucking in this place, you know.
I'm very
That's
disappointed.
gonna
He
go
leans
up
into
to
him and
the
goes,
large
I'll be
guard.
seeing you later, Vertak. And steps outside the door.
As
Sapphira's
I'm
gonna
going to
ask the
follow.
large guard if we're meant to do that to him as well.
Yeah. as we all leave, we brush his chest and go, see you later.
I'm gonna hang back as was leaving. I'm just gonna look at him and say, I thought we had a thing, but apparently you've just been fucking all my friends behind my back, and then just fly away.
As you all do this, trailing your hands on his chest, panic, pretending to be very upset by the whole thing, his very otherwise stoic composure just totally breaks, and you just hear him like sniggering to himself as you all leave. As he does do that, he also jangles the coin purse on his waist.
Fucker.
I'll be getting them back.
Be a fucking prostitute on the sly or something.
Yes, probably. He pays them.
Magic Mike.
It was worth 2 gold, Vershak.
Him a fucking dog dick down the local like Coyote Ugly.
Yeah, not actually. The Reds, Baragalavas,
The Red
whatever
Sash
they're
is-
called.
Red Sash is Gloomwrought Magic Mike's.
Yeah. That's what
If he charged you 2 gold, he's overcharged. I don't wonder.
Goliath owes me a drink.
So, Zeshik stands outside, waits for you all together.
What's he called, Jenny?
What's his name?
Zeshik. Z-E-S-H-I-K.
I
Zeshik.
think
I
I
It is
thought you
the
said le shit.
As we get outside.
Not. I'm just gonna call him le shit. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Le shit.
I mean, that's pretty much what I wrote initially. Le sheet.
Zeshik. Zeshik.
He is the shit.
Well, shit, he is our friend. So,
Oh,
he stands outside. Well, so I'm your guardian. Fun.
Is it?
Well, it's probably going to be really fun for me.
Place doesn't seem very fun.
I mean,
Sorry.
The ship
we
of
just-
House Haskell. Pleased to meet you.
Well, that answered the question I was going to ask. Yep.
And I understand from the ledger that you are Blackberry, and you are Larry, and you are Panic, and you are Baxter, and you're Safsira. I would very much like to pick your brains.
Indeed.
I mean, got time for a quick
No,
pint.
you
that'll do,
be
really.
gentle with her. You be gentle.
No,
with
I'm just curious
She's
how
new
such
to
a
all this
righteous
stuff.
being could possibly survive in the Shadowfell.
Yes, that's what I meant. She's new to it.
She's
Has
unaware of
been
her surroundings most of the time,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
She's just going to look at you like, I know perfectly well where we are right now. Thank you very much.
Oh, sweetheart. No.
If she could reach, she'd pat you on the head.
Look,
Well.
we've answered a lot of questions, mate. And
I'm sure you have.
we'd quite like some answered back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. Ask me anything.
Why the fuck are we here? Why are we not allowed to leave? And why is everybody clearly fucking each other but still so miserable?
Because it's the Shadowfell.
Yep,
That
that
answers
answers all
all
of
of
them.
them.
No,
Nothing.
no,
Just
just- I feel fulfilled with those answers.
Well, look, you follow me. I'm going to take you somewhere safe.
Where?
You stay close to me now. Fey creatures are not well loved at the moment in the Shadowfell. We're going to go to an inn, darling.
Oh, very nice.
Would you like a beer?
Oh, that would be delightful.
Bath and a bed.
Oh, I'm so
Probably one
pleased.
that doesn't have anyone else in it.
I'll sleep in the keg. I don't mind.
That won't be necessary. There'll be a comfortable bed for you all.
Well,
He
Before we
veers
leave-
off.
Wait. Why are you
Can
so
I clean my
interested
armor?
in
Why am I
us?
so interested?
Yes.
Oh, I see the politics of this place are going to leave you all somewhat breathless.
All very annoyed.
Depends how good it is.
I am of
for politics that left us breathless. Had a bit of a reorganisation of the government.
Oh, yes.
I hail from House Haskell. We are relatively recent in a but that's a matter of perspective, I should say. We're a merchant family, very wealthy, and we see opportunity everywhere. And the last thing I would like to do is pass up the chance to make my acquaintance with some new people in town who appear to come from the very place that everyone is talking about at the moment.
Is that Stan?
That is Stan.
Oh,
Silly
Why is
guy.
everyone
No, it's
talking
the
about
shit.
Faerun right now?
yes.
Sorry?
Why is everybody talking about Faerun right
Everyone's talking about the
What's Faerun?
Feywild.
now? Where
Why?
we're from, not originally.
But that's where you've come from, yes?
Technically, I'm originally
On
from there, but
purpose.
not the place we came from. But don't know.
And you're all of Fey origin, except for you, madam.
Indeed.
Instantly, like 15 ancestors ago. Well, that's not saying much.
Well, we don't get a huge number of you around here, so assumptions are usually drawn. Oh my god, Stanley, I'm going to kill you.
No,
Oh,
leave
little
it be.
sausage.
You just get up and break his neck
No,
and sit back down,
you.
like, right, back to D&D.
Anyway. Go on. He's going to go outside for a pee for less than 3 seconds, then come back in and start whinging that he wants to be back in with me. So,
To baby.
have any of you heard of The Brink?
No.
Someone mentioned it recently.
You have heard of The Brink.
Someone mentioned it, didn't they?
Oh, did someone
Yeah.
mention it a while ago?
At the carnival.
At the
Yeah.
carnival. There was something mentioned. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Well,
Someone said
Eric's
about it at the
died since
carnival.
then.
Yeah. It's been a traumatic day.
I have been
Eric
tasked
died.
with keeping an eye on any bright strangers as they walk into the city. And if they are of Fey origin, well now, that's something else as well. I'm going to
Wow.
assume that none of you know much about the Shadowfell at all.
No, I didn't know it existed until we arrived.
Well,
Yep.
The short version is the Shadowfell and the Fae have been in a tense relationship for millennia. For reasons I think most people have forgotten. But nevertheless, that is where we are. Recently, Prince Roland has been in war talks. Now, Prince Roland doesn't often speak to anybody. He's quite a recluse. But the Deathless One is apparently mobilizing for war.
The who, sorry?
Who?
Prince Roland, the Deathless One.
The Deathless One.
Prince Roland is the Deathless
I mean,
One.
is that just like a strike name into the fear of your enemies? Strike fear.
No, that's this
Oh,
man is a
his
human,
name,
but yet
fucking
he's
hell.
somehow over 300
It's been a long day.
Oh, so he done. Wait.
He's over 300 years old,
Yes,
but human.
curious, isn't it?
Are you sure he's actually human?
Let's
I mean-
walk and
Oh,
talk.
yes. He is walking.
Okay.
No. Fucking hell. He's been shouting at us for the last 5 minutes.
Anyway, it appears that those tensions between the Fae and the Shadowborn have elevated. I am not privy to exactly what's caused this. But for whatever reason, Prince Roland has reason to believe that the Fae are looking to attack.
From
And
the
in
Feywild.
response, the Fae have been sending emissaries to have discussions. And my understanding is not all of those discussions have been with peace in mind. So, any Fae creature that enters the Shadowfell is under quite a lot of scrutiny at the moment.
I
Great.
see.
Cool.
I'm not a fey creature though.
You're not, but you're in the presence of 4.
I left when I was very young.
Be that
I
as it
wasn't
may,
born there.
I left my parents to starve.
I've only
in
been
times
once.
of war. And you're all just so shiny.
Why are we shiny?
Why? We've only been here.
I'm covered in goo.
Yes, I know, but you're
blood.
ever so vibrant.
I point to Blackberry and I'm like, that's just something she does.
That's
It
just
doesn't, it's not
stuff.
forever.
I just
Yeah.
stuff.
And the
That's
fact
what
that
they
any
have
of you felt the
for
need to ask if everyone's fucking each other.
Well, it's not obvious that they're not.
Wait, what?
How else are we to stave off the pallor?
Oh,
Pleasure,
I'm gonna go back and
pain,
talk to the garden.
both.
If I look around, is there just loads of pineapples on doorsteps? Like...
terror, you name it. You can find it here, just to stave off the pallor. We don't judge. Everyone's tastes are different.
I kind of like it here now.
Anyway, do you have any other further questions, or shall we?
I'm sure we'll have more later.
Excellent.
We
Yeah.
always have more later.
I think we need a drink in us first.
As you wander the streets with him, he knows exactly where he's going. You notice several things about the buildings here and the people. One is that the people walk with this melancholy hanging over them. Many of them are, if not kind of blank-faced, they are kind of frowning, scowling. You see that there are some people kind of just sat rocking in the corner, some are crying. This is not a happy place at all, generally speaking. You notice in between the shrines and the temples that there are buildings that are dedicated to other gods, gods of pleasure and pain, for example, set within these houses. You notice that all the buildings as well are in a kind of state of disrepair in some regards. So some of them are obviously very well kept. Many of the temples that you see people walking in and out of, they seem to be in much better condition. But there are ruins dotted everywhere. On every street, there are completely ruined buildings. Some are just piles of rubble.
It certainly live up to its name, doesn't it?
Or shadow.
Gloom.
I was gonna do a joke about fell. Buildings full fell. I need a
Gloomwrought.
pint.
Gloomwrought. It's a gloomy place.
He leads you to a section in this area that has a slightly different feel to it. Everything is kind of decorated in faded, admittedly, shades of green, red, brown, orange. And the people here are relatively homogenous in that respect as well. They are all similar, kind of those faded hues, pointed ears. All of you, having travelled the world, you recognise that these are some kind of shadowy Eladrin, which are elves who hail from the Feywild. These people, when they look on you, don't so much crack a smile, because that doesn't seem to happen here, but they acknowledge you, whereas others that you've passed have looked at you with suspicion and sometimes just downright disgust. He leads you to a building that has all of the hallmarks of an inn. A sign outside the door reads "The Bitter Chalice." The door is open. You can see there are several people in there already. He leads you in. Here we are. The Bitter Chalice in the Eladrin enclave of the Temple District. You'll be safe here.
Right.
Cool.
Don't worry about room and board. I'll sort that for you for the first couple of nights. After that, you'll need to fend for yourselves.
Very well.
Cool. We might need a loan.
A loan for what?
Just some, because we lost half our money back there.
Money.
No, you didn't.
Oh. I did.
Can I try and get just a feel for this guy?
Yeah, roll insight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to...
I don't like him.
I don't know if he's into me or not.
Okay.
I'm going to waste my advantage and +7 for this.
18, 19, 20, 21.
What did you get, Ellie?
Rather than that.
I got a nat 20, so that's a 27.
Okay, so Ellie, to answer your question, this guy's into everyone.
Cool, I'm fine with that.
As you've been walking, you've noticed his eyes roaming over various people that you've seen. He's checked out all of you. He is obviously looking for his next conquest anywhere and everywhere. When he talks about how people stave off the palate, you have a pretty clear idea of how this dude does it. Larrick, you are looking at this guy's body language for an entirely different reason. When he's talking to you, when he's giving you answers, he doesn't appear to be lying about anything that he's saying. He's not lying about the fact that he's come to find bright creatures that have entered Gloomwrought. He's not lying about the fact that people seem very wary of fey creatures, particularly if they're not Shadowborn themselves.
I'm looking for like the why. Does it seem sinister why he's looking for bright people?
There are ulterior motives, 100%. You can't tell if it's sinister or not.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bar.
He's told you the truth so far. As far as you can tell, there are no tics. There's no tightening around the eyes. He's not clenching his jaw. He's not darting his eyes around. There's nothing like that. He looks like he's being completely honest with you.
I'm gonna walk away whilst everyone else finds a table, and I'm gonna go buy a round of drinks.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
on your shoulders, so I'll come with.
As you approach the bar, you notice that the person behind the bar gestures. As the Shik answers back with hand gestures. He turns to you. Room and board for 2 nights. All sorted. Don't go too far. I doubt you'll be permitted to leave the city. Oh well. Never mind. I'll come and find you.
Okay.
You're not. What, are you leaving? You're not going to stay and have a drink with us now?
Oh, I'm going to introduce you to my friend.
Very well.
And then yes, I've got other business to attend to.
We've just
Don't worry, I
got.
won't be far.
We've just got a few more questions. Can you not stick around for one drink now? I'll pay it.
He sighs as if he is so incredibly put upon. Oh, all right, just one.
Okay, what are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
I don't know. I'm going to turn to whoever's behind the bar and try and get their attention.
They turn and look at you.
All right.
They nod.
Okay, service with a smile. Yep, cool. Can I get ale? Have ale? Yep.
They gesture to the pumps in front of them. You see that they have labels written on them. There's golden ale, there's stout, there's cider. There's a concoction that you gather from the drawing on the label is made from mushrooms, some kind of fermented mushroom drink.
Oh, that's for you, Larry.
Well, I'll have no more weird tea shit. No, ever.
Come on.
No, if it's made from the forest, I ain't drinking it. I'll have six in it. No, yeah, six ales and 6 of something off the top shelf.
Okay. So this barkeep again nods as he goes to get everything. As the shit calls out, and he says, "Oh, and one for Lavora." They don't even pause what they're doing. They just grab another bottle of some kind of golden spirit and start pouring out a glass.
You got an imaginary friend, or
No, this is who I've brought you to meet.
right?
Lavora?
Lavora.
It's gonna be one of those interesting nights then.
Is the gimp coming back at any point, or
Yeah, Larry's
I'm
a bit more
sorry?
keen on that one.
I mean, she's pretty feisty, right?
Oh, do you mean Zera?
Yeah, that one.
You didn't say that in her presence, did you?
Yes. She threw a knife at me.
Oh, you're lucky that's all she did.
Oh, you're in there, mate. You've pulled.
Oh no, Christ.
Well, you've pulled in the sense that she would definitely pull your dick off if she heard you say it again.
Ain't
Pretty
what
quick.
we're into, really, isn't it?
That's Sarah's trying to follow the
Call her a
conversation.
gimp. Call her a gimp, she tugs you off. That's how it
Mhm.
works.
She tugs
She's got
it
it down.
New bomb surgery just dropped.
What questions did you have to ask then? Come on.
We're going to go back to the table and stuff and sit down.
Okay. You're
Side
paying the
drinks,
barkeep?
Yeah.
You pay the barkeep. Zashik says, "Oh, thank you, Calvin." As you walk to the table, he says, "Had his tongue cut out, can't speak. Terrible."
Oh, I thought it was just fucking rude.
Was it
No,
done by
not at all.
like a cat?
No.
How much was around?
For a round of that size, plus this spirit that Lafora is drinking, I'm going to say 3 silver pieces.
Cool. So essentially, I brought everyone, including him, a pint and a chaser.
Yep.
Just 'cause it's been a long day. Cool.
Well, was
as we
that-
sit down.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, while we're sitting down and getting settled and all that, I just want to try something. It might
Okay.
not work. I'm going to use my, was it Compare Returning?
Oh, yes.
And get one of my gold coins back. There's no limit on it. Doesn't say anything on it. I've tried Googling it. It just says, well, as a reaction, cause one item you throw or drop to return to your hand.
Well, Larrick paid.
No, from the dickhead who took all our gold, I threw 2 coins down.
Goliath.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about it.
It says weapon.
No, it doesn't. As a reaction, cause
description
one
line.
item you throw or drop to return to your hand.
Oh, me. Let me.
Are you editing it? Ah.
No, I'm not editing it. It's because I had to change. They don't exist.
No, I think you should let me do this just this once.
To
Or forever, because I'm going to start paying for things a lot more now.
be a weapon.
Fuck's sake.
All right.
God damn.
The Bank of Larrick is closed.
It was a thing that I designed for a person who made his character around a weapon that you're supposed to be able to throw and return without veil. Not looking at you, Australian character with a fucking boomerang, and then decided I didn't want them.
Yeah, but it's just not very. It's not very good.
But if
You
you
wanted
let
to
it,
make a character with a boomerang.
if you
That
let
was
it for items, I could start using it more and more. and use it more every time because I don't throw shit and I always don't want to pay for things. I'm just throwing that one out there.
Oh, if you threw your daggers.
I don't really use my daggers though.
Anyway. No, is the
yeah,
answer.
as we sit down, I'm gonna slide everyone their drinks. I'm gonna position myself at the table so I'm sat like directly opposite him as well.
Okay. As you go to sit down, he says, Lafora, here we are. I've brought you some friends. She looks up, with some surprise, actually. She says, oh, thank you, Zashik. Hello, I'm Zafora. Lafora. Zashik Lafora. And, I don't understand. Zashik
Neither do we.
lounges in the seat. Well, these have just entered the city and been terribly interrogated by Anri and Zara. And you have got a little problem yourself, haven't you, with Prince Roland? So I thought maybe you could all meet in the middle, sort something out. Lafora looks at him and she says, "You are a terrible shit stirrer, Zashik, but I appreciate it." Zashik necks his pint, necks his chaser. Was there something you wanted to ask me?
Well, there's a few things, but can we just cut the shit?
Of course.
And there's clearly another reason you're interested in us rather than you're just looking for bright creatures.
Yes?
Well, we don't want to be here. Clearly, people don't fucking want us here, so why don't we cut the shit so we can get down to what you want and we can figure out a way out of here?
What I want is to see House Haskell come out on the top of this war.
Why?
Same as any of the great houses, they'll all come sniffing around.
Okay.
So,
So you want us to help you?
I've
You
helped
still
you,
haven't-
haven't I?
Marginally.
Marginally. Do you know how long they'd have left you in that room?
We would have got out.
No, you wouldn't.
Do you know how many times recently in the past few weeks we've been told we wouldn't have done something and we've
Or we
still
can't
done
do
it?
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have. Sorry. I misspoke. You might have gotten out of that room.
But
But
Yeah.
there are hordes of undead lurking around. If you go down, there are the catacombs. If you stay up, there are, well, other people. But there's also the keepers, some of which apparently have gone rogue. Not to mention all the power-hungry people, one of whom I work for.
this place
so
is
you work
a bit of a-
Well, I'm of House Haskell, so I work for the Haskells.
Okay,
I
and
mean,
the other
that's-
houses?
Not as enlightening as you seem to think it is.
There are the Karads, the Travens. Then you have the Red Sashes, of course, who I believe you've met. How was Valarin?
Unfortunately. Annoying.
Hench.
Yes.
He had a nice sword.
Then you've got the Deathless Watch. And, well, they're a law unto themselves, and they don't really give a shit about actual laws. Then you have the Veiled League, of course. The Information Keepers. Oh, and heaven help you if you come across the Ebony Guard of the Raven Queen.
Yes, we've met them.
Yeah, I met them.
So how about you stop being so ungrateful that I've helped you out of what could have been a very sticky situation, and trust me when I say that you are all ill-prepared to deal with Gloomwrought.
I agree with what you're saying.
Does the rule of reciprocity apply here?
No.
You've
Fabulous.
given us
Man.
very little reason to trust you. I don't disagree with what you said.
I don't need you to trust me.
But in my experience, lots of smiles come with ulterior motives,
I do have ulterior motives.
which you still haven't said.
I'm not going to. I have no intention of harming you.
That's
No,
good to know.
genuinely smiles at that.
If that helps. I have no intention of preventing you from finding a way home, if that's what you so desperately look for.
Right.
However, you're here while you're here. Many of the routes out of the Shadowfell are closed for obvious reasons. Many of the routes into the Shadowfell are closed for obvious reasons. Hence why your presence here has been met with less than enthusiasm.
There's some inconsistencies in what you said, though.
Such as?
You talk about a war between the Shadowfell and the Feywild,
Mhm.
and emissaries have been sent.
Yes. As I said, most ways into the Shadowfell. We do still need to trade. There are still ways that you're able to come in. They're all heavily guarded, heavily monitored.
This is not my issue.
Lafora, for example, she came in through one of the sanctioned methods.
My issue
You lot
is
know.
we met people from here
Uh-huh.
whilst in the Feywild, and I can tell you not one of them was hospitable.
What can I say?
Well, not
Can't
much.
judge a whole population based on one or two.
I mean,
Also-
she tried to kill us.
She did.
All we were doing was looking at a statue, and she was like, "No, this is my statue."
The ruler of the Feywild
Well-
has changed recently.
Has they?
Well,
Have
Prison's changed.
Oh, Prism has changed, true.
Hashtag they.
And the hags are gone, aren't they?
Yep.
So that'll
Hags.
change things.
Rulers. My, what an exciting time you've all had.
Yeah, see why we're
Yeah.
We were very busy.
Well, I'm very sorry that you've ended up here.
So
For
am I.
you.
as always.
As a,
However, shit happens. Make the most of it.
no.
Very well.
That was super informative. Thanks.
Well, I do have some advice for you all, though.
Pray tell.
I would suggest you make your way to the Fettered Ward tomorrow, the northern portion of the city. To find a dyer who can change the colour of your clothes. And perhaps buy some makeup, make yourselves look less shiny.
I mean, this glittery thing is just a thing.
I love it.
I think he means in general.
You're all somewhat too bright. If you at least look like you've succumbed to the fade, you might get by with fewer people gawking at you. And you might find fewer people like me coming along trying to take an opportunity.
I mean, Sapphira doesn't exactly look overly bright because her armor's all grey.
Your armor is grey,
Still
but it still
shinier than
has
everybody
a
else.
shine to it. Your hair,
she
is
likes
brighter.
her armor shiny.
your eyes, they all look far too bright. So for you guys, when you've been in the Feywild or when you've been in dicey situations in Faerun, when you kind of, when you read about someone having the glitter of madness or their eyes looking too bright or anything like that, when someone has malicious intent, you guys, that's how your eyes look to every single person here, because you're otherwise you're too bright and shiny.
We're too new.
And people find it either very interesting or very unsettling, or a combination of the two.
Does that mean I have to not shine my armor?
I would suggest that you don't. Or, I don't know, wear something over it.
Right.
And your friend here, you just introducing us for funsies, or?
No, I'll let Lafora tell you why she's here. You'll see that your interests very much align. And I have no ill intent. Unless you give me a reason.
No, I mean, we probably might at some point. It's just kind of how
Yeah.
we roll.
It's kind of
Okay.
how we roll.
I appreciate the warning. He gets up, smiles at you all, tips an imaginary hat. See you later. Walks out.
Well,
A bit of chalice. Lafora, sitting back in her chair. He is quite annoying, but he does have a spectacular bottom. No?
I didn't really look.
Looking,
And
I'll be honest.
No.
there's a lot of big words and I got mixed up.
Yeah, and we're all tired.
Look, is this
Yes.
going to be another
Quite
conversation? where you
grimy as well. No one else here seems to be very worried about it, but I'm not keen.
Yeah, it's
No,
what
neither-
happens
no,
when
neither are
you
we, so-
explode a dude who
He's already dead.
killing other dudes, and he's already dead.
we'd
That's
quite
very
like,
exciting.
Like whatever.
We'd quite like a wash and a rest. So if we could
Yeah.
not go round in circles.
Of course. I am not from the Shadowfell. You can see this immediately. You can see she is Eladrin, but she has not succumbed to the pallor in the same way that the others have. And I say succumbed to the pallor or been born with it as a Shadowborn. She still has the very kind of glossy, healthy skin of an Eladrin in their summer form. She wears flowing clothing. She has ornate accessories, but they're not kind of showy offy. They're very understated. She's very well put together. She looks very professional. Thank you very much for the drink. I appreciate it. There's very little else for me to do, and it seems that my way of fending off the pallor is to drink. Since going outside is not very safe, apparently. I won't keep you long. Since the Sheik has felt the need to introduce us, I think probably we should talk. I understand you've come from the Feywild based on your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And where is it that you came from?
It doesn't matter. What is it you want? Why have we been introduced to you?
I have been sent from the Summer Court to negotiate over the threat of war with Prince Roland. On my way to my appointment with Prince Roland, I was attacked by the Ghost Talon.
Oh, what?
I missed my appointment, and now he won't see me.
Right.
The Ghost Talon, they are, as I now know, a group of people who do not like anyone except Shadowkai, and they believe that the Shadowfell should only be populated by the Shadowkai. And unfortunately, with the threat of war between us and the Shadowfell, they are actively seeking anybody that they think could further threaten their goal.
So like us.
Like you.
So Trump supporters.
Yep, basically, yep.
Wow.
Marvelous.
Less orange.
You don't need more people like that in the
We're going to
world.
build a
We don't
better
need
Shadowfell. We're going to build a wall.
There is
It'll
a
be
wall.
the best Shadowfell wall you've ever seen.
I've got friends. Friends. In the wall.
In the wall.
That's Attack on Titan. You've gone a bit too far.
It's kind of like that.
So how did you get here?
I came through one of the port portals, as it were,
Yeah, where?
out to sea.
Just in the sea?
Not exactly in the sea. There's a kind of border patrol. There's an opening. It is not there all the time. Such is the nature of the Shadowfell. But on particularly dark days in the Feywild, there's the crossing that I'm able to come through.
Right, so why don't you just go back?
Because now that I am here, they will not let me, and I do not want to go back to the summer court with nothing.
Why were they?
Well, I've been in Gloomwrought. Who knows who I have seen, who I have spoken to, what kind of information I may have that I could use against Prince Roland. Of course.
Honestly, he's starting to sound more and that's reasonable.
This war that's brewing. What started it?
A few weeks ago,
Oh shit.
in the summer court, an envoy
Can I hold you down?
arrived.
I really need
Should we have a break?
Yes, please.
A few weeks ago, an envoy arrived at the summer court. They had just come from a realm called Prismere.
It was the envoy.
Who is the envoy?
I do not know.
No name, no description, nothing.
Not someone that I would know. He was bloodied. He was very, very injured, shall we say. Although none of us realized quite how much until after he had delivered his message. We had heard tales of something happening in Prismere. Sibylla, the Archfey who presides over that realm, admittedly some of her court are questionable. We had lost contact with her for a long time prior, although time in Prismere moves differently.
Is she part of the summer court?
No. She is an archfey of her own realm, and therefore we keep in touch. We have amicable relations. But the Fae are a law unto themselves. Morally grey, I think, is how people describe us. Anyway. The envoy arrived from Prismere. We had sent him to find out what was happening. He came back. He said that he found the Palace of Heart's Desire in a strange state of stasis. He said that all they had been able to retrieve was a black stone. We sent 2. Only 1 came back. How he managed to make it, I do not know. He did not have the stone on his person. He said he swore he'd put it in his pocket, but it was not there.
These
He said that hags had taken over Prismere.
these envoys that you sent out from the summer court, do they have a means of transportation when they get sent?
In this case, I believe they had sent a chariot with an owlbear.
Oh.
Now, if my suspicions are right, you lot have just come from Prismere, yes? Not just anywhere in the Feywild.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Anyway. As he finished his tale, it was revealed that he was not in fact dying from his injuries. He was already dead, and he'd been sent to us as an undead.
Oh.
We were forced to then kill him again, in the middle of the court. Naturally, the conclusion was drawn that this was the work of the Shadowfell, which had caused the lintering in Prismere. We understood from the envoy before he died again that for him, he had been there for many months. As I said, time moves differently in Prismere than it does in many other places. This is the nature of Feywild, and indeed in the Shadowfell. his impression was that Prismir had been under this spell for years, decades, perhaps even centuries. Who knows? For us, it had been a matter of maybe 9 months.
I think maybe we should go somewhere a bit more private.
There is no need.
This conversation.
There is no need. Unless you have something to tell me.
Prisoners isn't under the control of the hags.
Well, that is good.
And your second envoy that never returned
Yes,
didn't return because he was dead.
we figured as much. The,
We know where his stone was.
and where is that?
Well, it spent a long time in my pocket.
It's interesting.
We didn't kill him, we found him. And his owlbear.
Roll persuasion.
We didn't kill him. I'm telling the
No, I know you didn't.
truth. I'm
I say,
telling the truth.
I just want to say I wasn't there for that bit.
Don't even know what my persuasion is.
No, no.
It's 17.
She believes you. Okay. It is interesting, though, no? That the stone that suggested that the Shadowfell had been in connection with Prismir ended up in your pocket when the envoy thought it should be in theirs.
Well, it was in the saddlebag on the
Chariot.
owlbear. Well, I didn't take it off a dead person. The owlbear is very much alive.
I wanted
Seems
to keep
somewhat
him.
fated, and now you are him. And so am I.
Yeah. We don't really want to be here, though.
Mm. I think if you have ever experienced somewhere that is not here, you do not want to be here.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing, though. We have had our own run-ins with Shadowfell,
Yeah,
Prismir.
unpleasant.
Did they say why they were there?
No, mostly because they were trying to kill us.
They really wanted to stop us from solving the puzzle at Throne that would take us to that
Yeah,
dragon.
Hmm. So
We-
they are involved
we've
somehow.
had stirrings that the Raven Queen has cast her attention on Prismir.
That stands to reason.
We don't know why. And those stones give you some pretty fucking jarring visions.
Such as?
This place.
Seems like everything is drawing all of you here, just in time. As well as everyone else. Regardless of what is really going on, the Summer Court believes that the Shadowfell is finally moving against the Feywild, and it seems that Prince Roland and his court believe that the Feywild is finally moving against him. Or at least that is the way that I see it.
But is Roland, is he a supporter of the Raven Queen, or
Most people here are supporters of the Raven Queen.
right?
She is the primary deity. She is not inherently evil, nor is she good.
And these people that, what were they called? Sorry, the group that with the Raven Queen.
The Ebony Guard.
Yeah. If, just hypothetically, if somebody wanted to gain the attention of the Ebony Guard,
Well,
how would they go about it?
depends on what kind of attention you'd like to draw. If you have a death wish, then they would gladly help. If, however, you want to have a conversation with them, I would recommend that you just go to Raven's Eyrie. It's a big tower.
But you want to speak to Roland, right?
I want to speak to Roland, but my chance has apparently passed. He is distrusting, and I did not make my appointment because someone attempted to assassinate me. He does not care.
But if you were, say, 5 very non-pallid, brightly coloured people within the city, I guess very quickly gain his attention, right?
It would gain his attention, but you would need to show him that you are not a threat. So you, if you wish to go and see him, without the official seal of the Summer Court on your side, like I had, you will need to show him that you are here to, if not support Gloomwrought, at least not support the Feywild.
Just want to go home, so we're not really here to
We just
support
want to
anyone.
go back to Faerun.
What if we were emissaries of the Summer Court?
I do not see how that could be possible.
Well, you're here. You're right here, are you not?
I am. But he does not wish to see me.
But what if? Is there no way we could wangle this to go on your behalf?
Well, that is what I would like to ask you. If you manage to get an audience with Prince Roland to please listen to reason, there is something very strange going on here. Why would he think that we are moving against him while we think that he is moving against us? It's all very odd.
Think of 3 reasons.
And now you can say that there are hags that were in Prismere. But
Well,
they
they were-
are...
2 left now.
They were running Prismere.
And the billionaire is now back in charge, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
those hags, they are 1 less now. But
We don't know how that happened.
Well, that's a shame. I was hoping you'd say that you killed one of them.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
but we don't know where the other 2 are. But
It
I can
disappeared.
imagine if there's a reason why there is a war brewing, I can imagine they played some part in it.
Yeah.
Does sound quite haggy, does it not?
Does. It does feel very.
Well, look, my ship has sailed, as it were, and I think my hopes of getting back out of here are also quite slim. As things currently stand, they would rather have eyes on me than have me leave. And the Sheik has been hospitable, as much as anyone here can be.
Yeah, but I feel like he's hospitable when he wants something.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
It's politics, darling. That's the way it goes.
We're not very good at politics.
Nah.
I can imagine.
The stab
If we
first.
were- If we wanted to gain an audience with Roland, what would be the fastest way?
Well, you will need to do something that catches his attention. Beldark is a favorite of his. He can get an audience with Prince Roland pretty much whenever he wants.
So we do Balarin, and then we get to see Prince Roland. Right?
Well, you can do a favor for Beldark.
Trust
at
me,
least-
it will be a favour.
To whom? Or at least catch his attention. You could do something substantial for the city. There are many problems constantly going on. It sounds like you've captured the attention of the Raven Queen. Perhaps you go and visit her.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad shout.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
she does not look upon undead with any kind of favor. I suspect if you manage to clear out any number of the necromancers who roam the streets here, she would look upon you more favorably.
We've already killed 1 undead.
You killed an undead?
Oh, yes. Death Knight.
A Death Knight, no less. Well,
Yeah.
she would look upon that with much favor indeed. Alternatively, you could look to see if Roland has anything that he desires. Often people travel to the conservatory to find artifacts that have been salvaged from the Shattered Isles. There are many important things there. There may be something he would be interested in. Indeed, you may even find something that could just get you out of here, and then you could ignore everything that's going on.
Where could we, if we wanted to find Valoran, where would we find him?
The Red Sash's headquarters, but nobody just gets in there. You have to have a reason. You need to do something usually slightly ridiculous and heroic. I hear that there is a tavern.
Right.
Huh?
Like killing a Death Knight?
Like killing a Death Knight.
Saving the farmland outside the city?
Well, I mean, if he was interested in that, he would be here, would he not?
Yeah.
There's a tavern on the other side of the city. Well, on the other side of the city. It's in Dunwich Row in the Drown Quarter. It's called the Fool's Errand. That is where people go to do, frankly, ridiculous quests for a very high payout. It's usually the sort of thing that gets the attention of people like Beldark and Roland.
Right. So we have options.
You have options. There is another who lives very nearby here. In fact, you may have passed by his tower on your way. A wizard. He is called Valerius Alindester. He's an Eladrin mage. He used to live on the Shattered Isles and has since been here. He collects lots of strange artifacts, as much as he can. He is never fully recovered, I think, from losing his home. He's a strange, strange person, but he might be able to help.
Okay.
Right.
But that would be my suggestion, would be to find a way of getting his attention. In the meantime, the great houses will probably come for you. Sniff you out, see if they can recruit you. There will be agents of the Veiled League watching you from every corner. And of course, where you go, the Ghost Talon will be waiting for an opportunity to strike. And that's before we even talk about all of the many, many other threats that already live in the city.
You know what? It'd be really nice if the next place we get sent is just like a happy land.
Happy land.
People aren't going to try and kill you.
I think I'll get a bit bored.
Well, it's interesting you say that when you've spent so much time in the Feywild too.
Well,
Is Faerun less bloodthirsty?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
not really.
Depends where you go.
Bit
Who you
tight
with?
into it.
Well, is
What's
there anything that I can help answer questions on?
No, I think that's enough, unless anybody else has got
Yeah.
anything.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
really.
Where does a heron go to get some kit?
Well, I imagine you can collect the keys to your room at any time.
Amazing. Blackberry is going to take her spark to find keys to her.
She gestures to Calvin at the bar. He'll have your keys. I'm here most of the time if you wish to talk. I don't leave the Eladrin Enclave very much, but I do hear things from the Shadowborn Eladrin who are willing to speak to me. Sometimes I hear things, and I will not hold you to ransom like others for passing on information. However, I would like to remind you that I would like to prevent this war. Not to be a part of it.
I mean, that would be the ideal, right?
Indeed.
No one wants a war.
It seems to me like you are tangled up in this whether you like it or not. So I would be very careful what you do. Your actions are probably tied to the outcome.
You say you're trapped here, right? Is there no way you can get word back to the Summer Court at all?
I am being watched. From all sides. Constantly.
So
If I attempted to get word back to the Feywild, I imagine I would not see the next sunrise, such as they are in this place.
But just theoretically, right, if somebody went and did something big enough and grand enough to capture the attention of the prince, that might give you a distraction.
Perhaps. But this is a very, very big city. And there are lots and lots of people to keep an eye on me while other things are going on.
Yeah, but we make a real big noise.
This is a real big city.
Yeah, we do.
We'd have to make a lot of noise.
I'm just saying, if you can, maybe the Summer Court would be interested to know that Zabilna is back in charge.
I'm sure they would. Though if that's the case, I imagine Sibylla would have alerted her already. And as I said, morally grey, it may now suit their purposes to go to war anyway.
Yeah.
So unless we can untangle whatever this is and give them both irrefutable proof that this is all a big misunderstanding, then I'm afraid I think it will go ahead regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whether you like it or not, you're involved now.
Unfortunately, thanks to Balarin.
No, it sounds to me like you were involved long before that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being literally the only person that's answered a fucking question since we've walked into this place.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I wear my ulterior motives on my sleeve.
It makes things a lot easier.
Well, I'm glad. This might be the only easy thing about what's about to transpire.
Why do we really keep saying that? Why does something have to transpire? Oh.
This place is not like anywhere I have ever been. And I have been to many places. As an emissary for the Fey Courts, I have traveled across plains. I have been everywhere. And this is different. I wish you well. Be very careful.
This has been a blast. Thanks. But I really need a wash.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
I need to
I
clean
need to
my
pretend to have a
armor.
wash.
No.
Please just have a wash. Please.
You can't pretend to this one. Panic.
Have
We'll
a
know.
wash or you'll
Wash and sleep.
You mean I'll just be
Well, maybe I'll
floating
just
next to you?
Just
So-
grab her and throw her in the water.
She finishes the rest of her drink, holds up her hand, signals to Calvin, who immediately starts pouring her another. She stops talking. She presumes that you're all going to go off and have a wash.
I'm going to go up and go to Calvin and get our keys.
He hands over 2 chunky keys.
I hand him back 2 gold pieces.
He nods, pockets it immediately, doesn't question it. No protest. Thanks very much. He points over to the staircase at the end of the bar, which winds up. The inn that you're in is clean. It's tidy. It's decorated in the kind of Eladrin fashions, which are, stained glass, kind of autumnal colours. It's very soft. It's very comfortable, or at least it would be if you went in the Shadowfell. Everything is kind of washed out. It's relatively clean, but you can see across all surfaces there's like a faint layer of dust kind of just on everything. And you see Kelvin wiping the bar, but yet this kind of thin layer of dust just seems to be everywhere. As you head up the stairs, you come round to a kind of mezzanine area that overlooks part of the seating area of the bar. There are several rooms along one side, which all run along the back side of the inn with numbers on them. You have keys with, again, these similar labels to the ones that are down on the bar. One says 5, and one says 2.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, are you going to go in, or are you just going to be like, cool, okay, yeah.
Who's bunking with who is what I was about to say.
How many beds are in each room?
So you open the doors to room 2 and room 5. Room 5 has 2 beds, and room 2 has a double and a single. They're comfortable. They're not like big fluffy, feather
I'm gonna run
cushions or anything like that.
I'll be staying in room 2.
They're a step above a wooden pallet, and a few steps below a big feather bed. But they're comfortable and they're clean.
Blackberry's not covered in any goop because she wasn't in the explodey range, so she's just going to face plant into the nearest bed and go to sleep.
Okay.
Sarah is going to go into room 2 and wash and try and clean her armor.
There's a copper tub in one corner with a kind of modesty panel that you can pull across. There's a lever and it's the same in both the rooms. There's a lever that you can pull, and after several minutes, a kind of spout with some water drops down from the ceiling, but like a kind of Japanese bathhouse situation, and warm water comes out. The water is mostly clear. It's imperfect. It doesn't smell bad, but it's not, it's not 100%. If you were paying top dollar for this place, you would be upset by what was coming out, but it's certainly cleaner than you are. And it doesn't smell stagnant. It's just not, there's little kind of things coming along in the water with it. But it's warm and it's comfortable. And as far as you're aware, you've got a pretty good deal. 2 days free room and board on Zashik, which is a far cry from everything else that you've had to put up with over the last few weeks, I suppose.
True.
I'm gonna run the back in the other room and just get in.
Okay. So you'll manage to wash, you long rest as well, unless you decide that you want to go out in the middle of the night.
Nope.
No, we long rest.
You've had a very, very long day at this point.
Yeah. Another reason why Blackberry is so fucking grouchy right now.
So Blackberry, you sleep?
I sleep.
Yep. So you have board attached as well, so your meals are also covered for the next 2 days.
I'd just like to point out that my max health at the minute is 69, which seems very fitting for where we are.
No.
For the whole chaos of this hole.
I need to find a curse now that limits your health to 69.
For all of time.
And no more. What would it be? The curse of Cunnilingus. I don't know.
Robert Cunnilingus is actually a god.
Perfect. We've already got a new campaign now.
Cunnilingus and his mate Fellatio.
They're brothers, which is really awkward.
Oh man.
Oh dear, that was enough internet for today.
So, you all long rest.
Waste is 5:30.
You are presented with kind of food. If you go back downstairs, meals will be offered to you. You do have to pay for your drinks. But in your kind of, when you go back downstairs, it's evening time, and yeah, you are offered food. by a member of staff who can speak.
I'm gonna put I'm just gonna put some money behind the bar to cover the drinks for the group.
Yep.
Just start a tab. So I'll put like, I don't know, 5 gold behind the bar.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about it.
As soon as you do that, I'm ordering a drink.
Okay. So you're bathing, you're having a nap, you're going back downstairs, or Blackberry, you're just out for the count?
I am out till more.
It's definitely so by the time you've gotten here, we're talking late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah.
With everything that's happened.
Yeah.
By the time you've all washed and gone back downstairs, we're talking equivalent 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The bar is significantly more full than it was when you first entered. The way that people drink here is like everyone is aiming to get absolutely shit-faced. Like, no one's out on a casual drink. That doesn't seem to be a thing. Everyone is here to get fucked.
Yeah.
You also see that people are, like, just brazenly snorting lines of God knows what off the tables. There's raucous dancing. There's a band that's struck up in the corner.
Could I just pick out a random table of people who are clearly fucking off their tits, drinking, taking stuff, whatever?
Yeah. So you see a table, again, it's mostly Shadowborn, Eladrin, but you do notice that there are some others in here. There's someone who looks, to all intents and purposes, like a fire genasi. You have elves of other varieties in here. There's dwarves, there's gnomes, there's halflings. You even clock an orc in the corner, looking kind of shady.
I'm going to pick the biggest table of people.
Yep.
Do you want me with you, or shall I wait at the bar?
Yeah, you can come.
Alright.
I'm going to take my drink and go over and join them. I'll enter. Alright, guys?
One of them look at you with very glassy eyes. Hey,
Yeah, do you mind if we join? Sorry.
do I know you?
Nope. I'm Lyric. This is Panic.
Are
Aye.
you selling anything?
A good time.
Maybe.
I've already paid for a good time.
Different type of good time. Not that
No,
kind.
not like this.
I wouldn't have taken you lot for, but
Squeaky? What?
I've never fucked a bunny rabbit before.
You're not going to hear. No, not selling that kind of stuff.
Ah,
I mean,
well,
depends how much the coin is, obviously, right, Larry? Yes, I'm pimping you out.
No.
what about you? Never fucked a fairy either.
Yeah, what's he look like?
This person is more average looking than many of the people you've currently encountered. This is a human, Shadowborn human. So, some washed out looking. He's alright. He's not very tall.
Yeah.
He's shorter than average. Very big hands.
You have to buy me a few drinks first, mate. Then we'll think about it,
Oh, right then. Twist my arm.
if you like.
I'm going to root around in my bag. So I've just sat down at this point.
Okay.
And I'm going to...
Many of the people are looking at you very warily. And a couple of people who are clearly off their fucking faces are like reaching out and just actively stroking your fur.
I'll literally just take it. No, I'll take their hands and be like... and place them back.
Like even the act of you with your big like rabbit hand kind of amalgamation touching them is like for them. This is very exciting.
You guys looking for a good time, right?
Oh, I think we're having a good time. You're very shiny.
Mm-hmm. Would you like a better time?
What are you offering?
Well, it's not what I'm offering, it's what I want. And then,
What do you want?
I'd quite like some information on the houses in this city.
No.
No?
Well, what do you want to know? They're all great. We love them.
Right.
Oh, every single one of them.
And that's it, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
There's the wrong people here for this, yeah.
I think so. I
Alright,
mean, I don't think they want a good time.
I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna go in my bag. I'm gonna pull out a small glazed bat wing.
What is that?
Now this is top of the line. This whatever fucking cut flowered shit you're snorting here. You're looking to stave off that Pella for a bit. This will do it.
I had one once. Felt like my head was massive. Like, it was crazy feeling.
Massive head.
Did you just have to go through your folder like shit? That was ages ago.
No, I know exactly what they are. I just can't remember what they are.
Well, one of them was a massive head, but the head was really annoying, by the way.
Yes, I remember.
I just want to bring that back up.
Ah, you got them in here.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I've holding onto this for a long time.
This is the perfect
Yes,
place.
I'm
glad
so
I came with
pleased.
you now. I'm also going to try and steal some of their drugs.
Oh, you didn't. You got them in thither.
Yeah, it was at the market outside the big log where the hag lived.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
before we
yeah.
found Panic.
Memories.
Mm-mm.
Memories. Just before Vivane died.
Oh, yeah.
Goblin Market, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. I'll definitely have a go. How much?
How much? Well, it was going to be information, but you don't seem keen on sharing much, so,
It depends on what you're asking me. If you want me to say something bad against them, I'm not going to do it, because I know they send people out to do that, you know, but if you just want to know who they are, then...
And also,
Well, I
it
wanna
depends how
know-
much they're going to give us in gold, right? Yeah, right? Right?
well, we'll decide on the gold portion after information, I think. So if any of these houses approach you, you trust them and do anything for them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay. It's going to be a 50 gold.
For what?
For the wing.
Ooh. Oh, 50 God. No, I can't afford that.
10.
No. Mate, I got a whole bag of Gloomwrought for like 2 silver. Are you joking?
Yeah, but you're still looking pretty grey there, mate.
Don't feel very grey though.
Good look at it.
Well, you look like a fairy. And you look like a rabbit. So
Oh, shit. I
who's
changed.
losing?
That
I
returned.
I see we chose the Mensa table here. 5 gold.
5 gold. Oh, I tell you what, this Batwing better be something else. He digs around in his pocket.
Yeah, better be.
I can give you 1. I can give you 1 gold.
2.
I haven't got 2.
Right, 1 gold, and the next round's on you.
All right.
I'm happy with
Sounds good.
Gold.
He hands over the gold piece.
Well, don't. Well, I'm gonna like chuck in the Batwing and go tuck in.
All right.
Getting up and stepping back from the table. To a safe distance.
Okay.
And then I'm going to very quietly just be like, what do you think it's going to do?
So he chews on the candied batwing. And he goes, mm-hmm. You know, he's appreciating this. This is a nice...
You got to do the whole thing in one.
Sweet snack. Chews it, swallows it down. That was good, actually. I liked it. As he sits there, you notice that any kind of insect that has been buzzing around the room is slowly making its way to him.
Oh no.
There are moths. There are flies. There are an array of various insects that are slowly making their way to him and start crawling up and on his body.
Ugh.
He looks at his arms, he's like, oh, look, this is trippy. Oh,
We don't
What are
see
you on
anything.
about, mate?
Yeah, we didn't see anything. Can't see anything.
are you not? Oh, this is really cool. It almost feels real.
We can't see anything, mate.
No, we
The
haven't
truth's
got it.
written every time.
Oh, well. I bet you wish you'd had this batwing now and you'd feel like you were the king of the insects too.
Yeah, bet it's better than that, you know, shitty powder you bought.
I don't know, it's pretty good.
Worth a try.
I thought you were Robin.
Go on. What do you want to know?
He's staring at us.
Like, his eyes are basically pointing in different directions. So what you do?
This bag
Other
of
than
powder
regretting your decisions.
is it
Yeah.
is it on the table or is it?
No.
Is it attached to him?
You can't see it.
Is there like bits of powder on the table around him, or?
There's like a little bit of powder on the table. There's like a little bit kind of like on the end of his nose.
I'm gonna go over and be like, look, if you have to elevate your bloodstream if you really want the trip to hit, like whatever you're seeing. And I'm gonna make sure I'm not stuck close enough to get covered in insects, but you need to stand up, and it'll help it along.
Ah,
There's more to come.
all right. He staggers out of his chair. The chair tips back at one point as he's leaning on it so heavily, and you think he's just going to stack it. But he manages to get up and kind of stagger out from the chair.
As he staggers and looks like he's going to fall, I'm going to lean forward as if to like hold him to help him. And I just want to pat his side down.
Okay, roll for sleight of hand.
Uh, 27.
27. Okay, yeah. He doesn't notice. People around him at the table don't notice. What are you doing?
I'm looking for that bag.
Okay.
He said he's just bought a bag of powder.
Yeah. So you notice as you pat him down that the pocket on his trousers, on his right hand side, there is a bulge. Look at you, Ellie.
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get
But
the
you didn't
powder.
even react this time, so I kind of just made it worse. There is a slight bulge.
Okay, I want to lift the bag. As he's like staggering, I want to time it so he staggers, and I'm just gonna like.
Swipe the bag. Okay, yeah. I'd say with a 27 you do that with no problem.
Cool. And then I'm gonna pat him on the back and go like, right, you need to jump around a bit, get your blood pumping, and you'll get the real effect of what's going on. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
You boys
perhaps
have a
go
good
for a
night.
dance or something.
Yeah, the music is great. As he says this, you notice that there are lots of people raucously dancing around, people dancing on tables. Anything that looks remotely like people are going to get into a fight. You see, whatever the hell I named the fucking barkeep, Damien.
Colin.
Colin.
Calvin.
Calvin. You notice him gesturing aggressively towards other members of staff who just haul them outside. Without, no qualms. They jump straight in there, haul them outside. They don't try and break it up. They just drag them out the door, let them get on with it.
Fair.
This guy staggers off closer to where the musicians are set up to kind of attempt to dance. People around him who can also see these insects are like, what the actual fuck?
There's no one reaction to this.
And leap out of the way. There are still bugs crawling towards him from any nook and cranny in the room. They're just slowly covering his body.
Well,
and as I'm walking off towards the stairs to go to bed, you just keep dancing, mate. It'll hit in a minute. And then as soon as we're out of sort of eye line of the table, I'm going to pass the back to Panic and go upstairs.
oh, thank you.